right, welcome back everyone to the next episode of the Tech Show. My co-host Levi Leonis and I talk about all things tech. Today we're going to be talking about crypto, and we have a very special guest with us, Charles Poole from Moonshine Labs. Charles is our resident crypto expert. He was the crypto OG before crypto was even a popular thing. Didn't you lose your keys to something and lost a whole bunch of stuff that might still be out there somewhere?
Yeah. So in around late 2010, early 2011, I put a stealth miner on all the computers that I had access to.
Oh,
sending coins to
what?
one of the.
Oh man!
Sending the coins to my Linux computer that I had sitting under my desk, and I kind of forgot about it for a few years. I don't know what happened to the hard drive. I could find the wallet address. I could see the Bitcoin in it.
That would be my worst nightmare, to see it all there, and you're like, oh, I can see it right there, and you can't get it.
It's only about 1,000. It's not that much.
1,000 Bitcoins.
Not $1,000 though. 1,000 Bitcoin.
Let's
wow.
do some math here. Huh? That's $19 million.
$19 million.
I hope you find that hard drive. That's the one.
Wow.
That's gonna change.
Now that's $19 million in the bear market, right? That's
yeah. No, yeah.
It was 60 worth a lot more.
It was like.
So today's episode we're just gonna be talking about crypto, what's latest in crypto, where it intersects with what we're doing with AI, with AR, VR. And Charles, I don't know if it's in a former life or a parallel life, but he was also the OG mixed reality guy. And that's kind of how all three of us are friends, how we all got connected was through the mixed reality space. Charles, do you want to tell us a little bit about Moonshine Labs? What is it? What does your lab make?
Yeah, so what we want to do is build tools to empower creators to do things in the metaverse. We don't really want to be the destination. We want to be the people who are building the tools to build the things. So Moonshine Labs is building tools to create spaces, building payment systems for crypto, linking crypto and fiat, so you can do them both the same way.
Being in the crypto industry, you've probably seen the meme of crypto's been pronounced dead for 10,000 times or something like that. And it kind of reminds me, speaking of Metaverse, just a couple weeks ago, did you guys see the Business Insider article that came out? This rest in peace Metaverse, we barely knew you. What do you think? Do you think that's exaggerated? Is the Metaverse dead, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you're close with the crypto dead thing, right? Metaverse. Maybe Metaverse as a hype word or Metaverse as a selling point or way to get attention is dead. But what we always believe is Metaverse is currently, or it has been used mainly as a buzzword, and it's intentionally left vague so that people can say anything's a Metaverse or they can use it any way they want. We don't think the concept or the idea is dead. Neil Stephenson, the guy that coined the term Metaverse, points at Fortnite and says Fortnite's a great example of a Metaverse. There's creator content, monetization, lots of people going there just to socialize, not to shoot each other. So.
Yeah. Roblox, Minecraft, most of the things that are getting traction as being considered Metaverse seems like they have a couple really key components. One of them being it's virtual, and another one being it has building blocks. So it's basically it's a builder of some kind. You can make things that are unique to you in this space and then engage with each other. It could be games within it. It could be, land within it, buildings and that kind of stuff. It could be, and I guess I don't really consider Meta's Metaverse a Metaverse. But it could just be walking around and talking, I guess. Decentraland is similar.
I'm just shocked at how much Meta spent, the billions of dollars they spent on their Metaverse. That just blows my mind,
Yeah.
And they have barely anything to show for it. I was like, wow,
So you guys are, you would say a tool set for a Decentraland or a Roblox or a Meta, Horizons or whatever it is they're doing. You guys would have SDKs or plugins, or is that kind of what you're saying? Is it's tools that you would integrate into a Metaverse?
Yeah, well, we want to get to that point eventually where we're hosting or launching our own experiences with the tools we're creating, but we noticed, or we realized early on, that to create the vision we had, we needed to basically launch like 6, 7 other companies to be able to roll it into what we actually want to create. And so we decided the lowest hanging fruit would be the payments platform. So that's our first product is actually called Solana Play, and it's a way to easily. It's a drop-in package for Unity, where any indie game developer can drop it in and start accepting crypto for any item in their game. Really easy to set up. It takes about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes if you're familiar with how to use a REST API and drop in packages to Unity.
Yeah.
Comes with an interface, so you don't actually have to build anything, and then all the hooks to register the purchase into the app, and like blah blah blah, etc. When we say crypto, we almost exclusively mean Solana, just because it's cheap and fast.
Can you describe a little bit like what is Solana, like Solana versus Ethereum, or like what it actually means when you say you're building on Solana?
Let's see. If you go and look at crypto, there's a few things that you want to consider. It's like what the base coin's worth. So like Bitcoin's king, it's worth like 20K right now. Then there's ETH that's hovering between like 1,800 and 2,000. And then there's everybody else.
Right. Yeah.
The biggest problem with Bitcoin until recently, because they just launched the ordinals where you can encode stuff easily in the Satoshi. Bitcoin was just money, like just hard currency. You just trade it around. Ethereum is slow. When you transact on Ethereum, it can take like 10, 15 minutes to finalize the transaction and prove that somebody sent you something or prove that it's in your wallet. And it's also expensive. Sometimes it'll cost you $5 to transfer some ETH around or an NFT, and sometimes it'll cost you $80, and sometimes it'll cost $300.
Wow.
So just as an illustration, so if let's say we lived in a world where we were paying with cryptocurrency, and you went to the grocery store to buy $2, or I guess now it's like $5 gallon of milk, and it would cost you, in order to pay for that $5 gallon of milk, it would cost you $80 in fees just to give your money to the grocery store. Is that right?
Yeah, sometimes. Like if it's a really busy time at the grocery store, like if the line's 30 people long,
okay,
and like every register is busy, then yeah.
So I think you're making a great. The line can say, "Hey, I'll pay $80 extra to get done," and they're like, "Okay, you."
Yeah, they cut the whole line.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So that's a good backdrop, and so that's why you're choosing Solana. Is it how much less is Solana?
The transaction fee on Solana it's fixed. It's always 0.000005, which right now is like 0.003 or 0.0003 cents.
Whoa,
that's always the same.
That's better than $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the difference in their block time, instead of I forget what ETH's block time is, but the block time on Solana is 400 milliseconds. So you can expect the transaction to be done in seconds at most. Like been completely proven on the blockchain, everything, and just
so why isn't everyone on Solana, or is everyone moving to Solana?
I think it's opinion mostly. People have made millions of dollars on ETH. It's really popular. Everyone sees people making lots of money on ETH, and then they try to go do it, and they're like, "Oh, it's costing me a lot of money to try to make money."
So one of the things that's always bothered me about the crypto model is the fact that like a currency is also a speculative has like to have a currency that's also a stock, right? Like this idea that you can speculate on and drive the price up on something that's a basic utility, right? So like Solana has this fixed cost per like for their gas fee, but then you have the value of Solana, let's say, doubles, so the cost of it technically doubles, even though it's way less than Ethereum. It's still tied to people's opinions of the network in a like really it's hard to scale, it seems like, because it's so unpredictable, because you don't really know what your cost of service is going to be. You could have a Solana bill that's twice as high, kind of a thing. I know if you're passing it through, what have you, it's not as big of a deal. But like, can you speak to that? What's the impact of speculation on the utility of a crypto coin?
I mean, it's really cheap right now. It was $250 per soul back in August through November 21. Now it's $20. But in that meantime, there's been a lot of things introduced, like compression, that makes it so you can do the same things that I was spending 10 Sol on a year ago. Now it costs like 0.10 Sol. So
Okay.
the cost of everything has gone down a lot. But I agree. My main issue with it is, I can't think of a great analogy, but it's like if you were go to the store and you drive to the store and use gas to get to the store, and then you buy your groceries with gas out of your gas tank, and then you get back and you drive home. It's like having to use your money as a utility on top of like that. So it's like you use your money to do things in the same way that you use it in the real world, but it's kind of directly, the relationship's a lot more direct than you use your money to put gas in the tank and you use your money to buy groceries. But in this case,
Yeah.
you're actually literally burning your money to accomplish the thing.
Yeah.
So speaking to what Levi was saying a little bit, we have to add this in because it's been something that's popular. So we're gonna play a guessing game, see if you know what I'm talking about. So this is a coin with no intrinsic value or expectation of financial return. There is no formal team or roadmap. The coin is completely useless and for entertainment purposes only. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
It's like either Doge or Pepe.
I
Pepe
would guess
coin.
Doge.
It's
Pepe?
Pepe. All right, Charles, what are your opinions on meme coins like Pepe? I think when most people think of crypto, most non-crypto people think of crypto, this is what they think about, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't call them meme coins where I'm from, though. Everyone calls them shit coins. It's shit coin season right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm still buying pre-sales and like cashing out when I can, but it's basically PvP. It's like money PvP because you're not taking money from like a bank or a big corporate entity. Everybody, it's all individuals buying into it and trying to time the top so they can cash out all the liquidity before everyone else does. And the
Yeah.
coins will go from like,
It's like a game of poker or something. Like it's basically just complete, like,
yeah,
right?
you have
Like
to
it's like a
stare
guess
at
on
the
base time.
chart and like hope to cash out exactly at the right time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people. So that paragraph I just read, a lot of crypto naysayers kind of read that paragraph as like all of crypto, right? Like crypto itself has no intrinsic value and there's like no substance to it. Like what do you say to that?
I don't know. I would ask people, what's the intrinsic value of a dollar? There is no intrinsic value. It's a faith-based currency as well, isn't it? Like I can't go to the U.S. Reserve and get $1 worth of gold from them anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of
true.
which, Zimbabwe, just I think yesterday or this week, they launched a cryptocurrency that is supposedly backed by gold. And would you want to fly to Zimbabwe to redeem your crypto for gold?
No,
Fly to Zimbabwe.
man, I don't even think the USDC ones are backed by any real assets anymore. Like USDC and USD Tether.
Yeah, didn't they
Yeah,
get depegged?
Briefly.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And then the algorithmic stablecoin from Luna, we all know what happened with that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, circling back to Moonshine, I was wondering what other tools or plugins are you able to share? I know you guys have some things in stealth, but like what are you working on, or what have you worked on that?
We do have a few like little experiences live. So you can go to our website, moonshinelabs.io /login. And there'll be a few little experiences there. One of them is like a virtual expo for a recent hackathon. You can go around to the booths. If you interact with the characters, they'll send you free NFTs. We have another one we did in partnership with Pogs. Do you guys remember Pogs? I know you guys are
Yeah.
Where you like slap the little coins.
I had the one with like the saw blades
Oh.
slammer, and I boom, and it just
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually worked with the guys that own all the digital rights to Pogs and helped
Hmm.
them create an on-chain game where you can go
Oh
bet your
wow.
Pogs and play for keeps.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, there's people in there playing like for $2,000 stacks of Pogs.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, the floor price on them's about $100, and there's 13 in a stack.
So growing up in junior high, the rage was Star Wars cards, and everybody had like they're really nice, expensive ones, and there. But like it was like there was the collector's side of it, but then there was also like the really fun game side of it. Is that kind of the Solana game engine vibe where you've got like things that give you abilities, and then you use those for the game part, but then they're also valuable in a market? Or like what is the what's the structure of a Solana game?
So for Solana play, it's a little different. It's like transacting a game. So if you're playing a game on mobile and you want to like Candy Crush, and it's like, hey, if you spend $2, you can keep going. That's what Solana plays for. This is actually a different system, which is just for competing with people to steal their NFTs from them or win their NFTs from them, I should say.
Right.
Um, Solana games are very in their infancy, so that's why we're building the tools for them now, so we can kind of get into as many places as we can as quickly as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So based on the future of where you see crypto and the world going, you're betting on the Solana ecosystem, which is why you're building Moonshine Labs and building all this infrastructure and all these toolkits on the Solana blockchain.
Yeah, I mean, I even have my Solana phone.
Oh, Solana
Nobody
phone.
has.
What?
I don't. Nobody
Okay.
has an ETH phone, do they?
What is a
No.
Solana phone? What does it actually do? What's
It's
special
got
about it?
a key store in it, so it's got
Okay.
a key vault. So everything is hardware on the device, and when you want to transact, you have to unlock the key store to transact with a website and a mobile. So they're just kind of
Okay.
putting all that security in your hand, and it feels really good. I forgot about this. It's got a little Solana symbol on the back.
Oh,
Not that
nice.
you can read
And
it.
did
Is
I
that
hear that?
actually a foot like they manufacture that phone?
Yeah, it's the Solana Saga.
Whoa.
So do you see a future in which we're all transacting with crypto and it's all going to be on the Solana blockchain, or
I don't
what's
know
your
about
bet
Solana.
for that?
I don't think any one blockchain is going to win. But we'll probably end up using different things, different chains for different things. Like maybe you'll put your savings in Bitcoin because it holds value better. It's more stable. Maybe you'll put it in ETH for the same reasons. Layer twos on ETH are really popular right now, but they're trying to solve the problems for ETH that Solana already has solved as a layer one instead. Um,
That's kind
I
of
don't
a
know.
big deal. So what coins have you purchased, and what chains have you written contracts for, like on the dev side of things? I'm just like I'd love to hear just a little snapshot of the breadth of your experience, because I know it's pretty intense.
No, I mean, I don't think it's that wide or that intense, really. Like, I had Bitcoin, I had ETH, I deployed some stuff on ETH, and they were just meh. They're just so expensive, I couldn't handle it. So,
Yeah.
but no, 95% of my experience is all on Solana. Like, we did some Matic stuff, or Polygon now.
Hmm.
Was not very impressed with it. It's I'm way more interested in the communities and like the people using it more than the tech, to be honest. I got out of it for a couple of years because I was just so tired of losing money on crypto. And then my friend like kept harassing me to try Solana. He's like, "You got to look at Solana." He's like, "Look at the stuff I got on Solana. Look at this thing I got on Sol. Look at this monkey I bought for. I bought this monkey for $10 and I sold it for 800. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll check it out. And it ended up like just being so easy to work with that we ended up launching a project for fun. It was really simple, quick and easy. And then we started meeting people and launched another bigger project. and just kind of snowballed from there.
That's
But it's
cool.
just really cool. Like they make it really easy to do any kind of development on Sol. Um, like we made a contract. It's all in Rust, and there's tons of Rust developers out there. It's really easy to transition, like to skill up for Sol. Like we had this contract that's I think it's really cool. I'm trying to find I'm trying to shoehorn use cases into it where you can lock up currency, any kind of currency in a NFT, and then trade the NFT around, and then whoever has it when the timer it locks it up. So like you can put $100 in the NFT, you get into this thing, you get an NFT back. It says on there this NFT is worth $100. It's sponsored by this person, blah blah blah. You can trade it around, and whoever holds it at the end of the lockup period can trade it back into the same program to get the $100 back. Or
Nice.
so like one of the ideas is like maybe we can use this for tickets.
What about the commercial side of it? Like, do you see DAOs? Do you see people engaging in like futures trading and like is the are the use cases as expansive as like an ETH chain?
I think they're more expensive because it's simpler to work with and more accessible to people. I think a huge part of whether or not people build things is how accessible it is, both in time and effort and in money.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's really easy to get up to speed and start putting your own things on chain, and it's cheap, then there's a lot more room for people to work on an innovation than something that costs like, oh, I want to experiment with it. Oh, I'm out $80 just in the transaction cost.
Gonna say I think we have time for one more question that we'll kind of leave out with, and that's in 10 years time, Charles, where do you see crypto, AI, mixed reality, like AR, VR? So like thinking 10 years ahead, the intersection of all of those, and yeah, emphasis on crypto.
Yeah, the answer. I don't really have an answer for that particular question. I don't see the complete replacement or like saturation of the world ever becoming mainstream in augmented reality. We at least now like people want to remain connected with each other and the world around them and everything that's going on.
What about, do you see us going to the grocery store and buying milk with crypto in 10 years?
Yeah, you should look up Solana Pay. It's what we built Solana Play on top of, but it's difficult to work with on its own. So that's why we built our own thing. Like our product can easily be integrated into point of sale systems. Like we want to get to the point where it's like people are using it like Venmo, like just really simple and easy to use. Take away all that user friction, and I think it would be like really should be really popular because like why do you want to pay anybody like what PayPal? What does it do? Like 50 cents and 2% or
Plus
something.
3%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like oh here I'm going to send you $100, Sean. It's going to cost me less than a penny, and we're done.
Super.
Yeah, to that end, you paid me $6,000 as the last payout for the company that we built and exited on, and within a week, the Solana you paid me in Solana. It was $90, I think, when you paid me, and within a week, it was not $6,000 anymore. And so I put $2,000 of my own in, and then you gave me six, and right now it's worth $1,300.
Wait, you didn't sell at the top, Levi?
No,
You're
it was he
mistaken.
paid me like right at the buzzer, and then it went
Oh.
clank. But that just adds to the lore of Charles's like crypto knowledge. Like he knows when to get out. He sells stuff right at the right time. He's got it all figured out. Yeah,
That's
it
great. I
tanked
love
right
it.
after he paid me. It was great.
Maybe it's because he paid,
All right.
because you got the crypto. That's why it tanked, Levi. We have you to thank
Yeah,
for.
we broke it. We broke the market.
You can't
All
even
right,
actually
so-
remember when that was. But
That was last year. It was May. I remember. End of May, early June. The last $6,000 of
Those types of
payouts, and it
scars
was
don't
like,
leave easily, Charles.
no, I don't blame him. I admire him. Yeah.
The genius of Charles.
Yes.
All right. So with that, that was our episode for today, talking about crypto. Thank you so much, Charles Poole, for joining us, and I'm sure we'll have you back every now and then for more episodes in the future. And for all of our viewers, if you have any questions for Charles, feel free to write it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.